I wanted to show you some of the other things that lexmarks567 and I got up to. There's a door here now. This door was here, and it was not on the hinges. This was, everything you see here was like how it is. We just had to recreate the hinges, put them back together. This is not good if you could see it move, but not for nothing, it's also not too bad, because if I go and I close the door, it sticks there, but if you just lift it slightly, it closes and actually latches. There's no stop here, that was ripped out. This was all like this when I moved in, and not for nothing, the door on my bedroom across the hall is the same way. The crackheads that were here, and I mean that literally, had broken all of the door frames up here. So the door will, you know, open and just sort of find its spot. If you open it further, it goes and it closes itself. You know the drill. What was cool was I got to put this doorknob on. And boy, that was a trip, because the last I put a doorknob on a door in this house was 13 years ago, almost 14 now, which I think it will be by the time this video is out. Yeah, I had this one remaining one, but because the door wasn't on the hinges, it never went on the door because it just never made sense. And I actually remembered how to install all of it. I had to flip the handles around because they were pointing the wrong way in that, but I remembered how to do that. So now it's exactly like all of the other doorknobs in the house. It even has a lock on it in case whoever's staying here has to fondle their fudgies, you know? So that's good. So that all works, and it's weird. I'm not used to there being a door here. We also put this shelf up. It was originally here, but had to be taken down temporarily because the door had to move there, because the bed had to go here when we got a new bed. And remember I said about crackheads before? Oh yeah. Oh, and by the way, doesn't that sort of look like a fist? Huh, that's interesting. What happened was Jesse Ladner visited. Oh wait, no, that was the crackheads that lived here. Well, anyways, so that was it. And of course he had full use of the desk here and the whole thing. And another thing, while we were at it, was I said, hey, you know, I have that cable box in the garage and can't remember the last time I watched TV in there. Probably not even this year. So I said I could bring it up here. I know there's a cable wire, which is this right here. And indeed, you know, of course it was here. I've never tested this wire, so I didn't know if it was any good, but I expected it was. And indeed it was. The TV was what was handy. This is a Philips Magnavox 9-inch with the built-in VCR kind. I believe that actually even still works. And it has a manufacture date of December 1999. And it still works 21 years later. So if we go and turn it on, and try to turn the cable box on, I think the button is there. It's still booting, wonderful. Oh yeah, there it is. It still works. Awesome. So this is here kind of temporarily. I don't know if it's going to end up living here. But then there was another problem which turned out not to be a problem. And then another problem which was a problem. This sprinkler head, if you can just barely make out through that, well overgrown. The head is fine, but apparently that is the lowest point on this particular zone. And for about a week, maybe a week and a half, I happen to be taking garbage out or something, and I'd go ahead and step here, and it was wet, and I was like, That's not good. That means the valve for this zone isn't sealing. So I thought we were going to have to go in here and dig through the sprinkler boxes and find the zone valve and open it up and probably find a pebble in there. Incidentally, I did find one in the actual sprinkler head itself. So it was basically spraying out, you know, after a long night of screwing around where you pee split stream. That's what it was doing. So yeah, it just ended up working out that it just magically fixed itself and sealed. Maybe that tiny pebble was what was stuck in there, and it just got flushed out and ended up in the head itself. I don't know, but it works now. And you'll also see that that valve there, if you follow my series, is blue. And that's because it's new. This was the old valve. Oh, it was made in China too. Look at that. I had tried tightening the packing nut, but it just kept going drip, 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 drip. So that wasn't any good. And the reason why is, if you can see in there on the left side, there's a little black washer and it's all buggered up. So yeah, the valve could have been taken apart and the, you know, the little rubber washer there replaced, and this valve could be theoretically resurrected, but it's like mushy to turn even. So I said, you know what, it's like $6-7 for a new valve. Just spins right off, and the new one spun right on. No leaks. This one is a straight outlet, where that one is angled, and the handle is a little different. But I like how it's blue instead of red, because blue means cold water. So that's going to stay right there until I decide to throw it out, whenever that'll be in a few years. Another cool thing is, if you remember, I had filled up all of the tires on this thing. Well, so it turns out, this back one here, see that bulge at the bottom? Oopsie! She's flat, and I have to try to find a new wheel, because that thing is just shot. I don't even know if I'll bother looking into it, considering the rest of this damn thing. It's almost not worth it, and the birds always shit on it. But that was it. We put the door up, homeowner special, replace that valve there, put the TV up there for how long it'll stay, I don't know, and put that shelf up. And there's also something else on the shelf. But before I go back in and show you that, we grew another magic mushroom. Just for size, I'm not going to touch it, but just for size comparison, it's almost the size of my hand. Look at that freaking thing. That started as just like a shroom you'd get at the store, and went 8 times the size like overnight. I can't wait to see if it's going to even get bigger than that. Wow. Yeah, that just happened out of nowhere. Oh, it's my Redicus FM transmitter that I got for Malcolm Xmas with its antenna. So we gave that a brief run up just to see. It does indeed work. And that'll be for another video at another time. It actually has a USB port on the back and can play music direct from a flash drive, which I haven't happen in in this radio, Bluetooth speaker radio thing, because that has USB. So I just plugged it in there and it started playing, and I picked it up on the FM on here, and then we went around the block, and that seemed to work okay. This doesn't receive too well, because then we hopped in Ginger and took her around and got many blocks away with still pretty good reception, and that was just leaving the antenna exactly like this, not even doing anything. So yeah, this could be pretty dangerous. So anyway, that was just a preliminary test, and some of the other stuff that we got up to while lexmarks567 was here. So big thanks once again to lexmarks567. Go to his channel, make sure you watch his videos, like, most importantly subscribe, so you won't miss anything. It's free. Thank you very kindly for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.